A little quieter out there right now compared to a couple hours ago when there were a few random storms around, but still mild. 75 Knoxville, Maryville 74, 73 Gatlinburg and Dandridge, and 72 in Maynardville. And Comfortcast still a little uncomfortable in some areas. The orange showing up sticky, and the pink is a tropical feel. And this is thanks in part to the southwest wind that we've had throughout the day today, and we'll hold on to tonight and picks back up tomorrow. The one storm that we had kind of blossomed into western North Carolina and then into South Carolina. Severe thunderstorm warning near the Anderson area, but for the most part, our shower and storms were relatively tame, and it should stay that way as we go overnight. There's still a low end, level 1 out of 5 risk for maybe one or two storms that could produce some isolated damaging wind gusts, but I'll be really surprised if we even see that as we go overnight into tomorrow morning. There is a chance, but I'm not overly concerned with it. We'll start out temperatures in the upper 60s to right around 70 degrees. Knoxville probably one of the warmest, right at about 71. And notice the arrows, they're still coming out of the south. We'll hold on to that throughout the day tomorrow. It's warm, it's breezy. Temperatures climbing in the mid to upper 80s. And really after that early morning chance of rain, I think the afternoon is going to stay mainly dry and warm. Look at the heat index values. Yeah, I know. We're talking about heat index already. Low 90s is what it's going to feel like by the time we get into the afternoon. Now, there is a better risk for severe storms about this time tomorrow night through the early morning hours Saturday. Level 3 out of 5 risk shaded in orange. Level 2 out of 5 in yellow. So the higher the number, of course, the higher the risk, the better the chance of seeing severe storms. Damaging wind gusts are really going to be our biggest concern, I think, as this line comes through. But further to the west where it's shaded in red, they're probably going to see some widespread severe storms with tornadoes. Areas from St. Louis to about Bowling Green. So let's take a look tomorrow afternoon. This is 3 p.m. We may have a stray shower or storm in the early afternoon hours in portions of Kentucky. We'll have to watch those carefully. Those could be severe. Maybe an isolated tornado or some hail-producing storms with those if that happens. I'm a little more convinced or thinking that the later storms are the more likely opportunity. So this is 7 p.m., relatively quiet, up to about this time tomorrow night, and then watch this line of storms that will come through the area, especially after midnight. Now, what often happens, again, with these storms, the forecast models do an okay job with the intensity, but the timing can sometimes be off. They often come through a little quicker than what is showing. So it's showing at midnight, but I wouldn't be surprised if between 10 and 11, we may see some on the plateau. Regardless, it'll come through. That's our chance for some isolated damaging winds, and then it's basically gone by the time the sun comes up, but we still may have some moderate to heavy rain behind this system before things quiet down. Now, our forecast map is also showing the opportunity for some shear or some rotation with some of the storms, but that would be before that line actually came through. That would be our opportunity if we were going to be seeing any tornadoes. So that's why I said those late afternoon, early evening ones, especially Kentucky, maybe something we'll need to watch. Also, these storms could produce some hail, maybe some 1 inch in diameter or greater at times. So what I have right now is the highest risk would be a threat for damaging winds, flooding, hail threat, medium tornado threat on the lower side. But again, we'll keep a close eye on this, of course, as we go over the next 24 hours. Storm chances will move out pretty early on Saturday, and the bulk of Saturday afternoon is looking drier. And so is Sunday. Very limited chance of an afternoon storm there. So once we're past the storm threat overnight Friday, early Saturday, I think the majority of the weekend looks dry. Spotty storm chances return Monday, Tuesday, and we'll keep an eye on the timing of a cold front coming through Wednesday. If it's a little slower, meaning a little later in the day, we could see another round of some scattered stronger storms there. And look at temperatures behind that front. Only low 70s this time next week.
Thank you, Ken. Sports Director Reese Van Haften